What's up? My name is Simon, and in this video, I'll show you step by step how to get started with the email marketing software AWeber. And here's exactly what I'll be covering. How to get a free AWeber account and go through the setup process. How to import your contacts if you're switching from another provider. How to create a simple registration form and put that form on your website. How to create a landing page and connect that to your own domain. How to set up an automated welcome email series. And how to send out newsletter emails to your email subscribers. I'll leave timestamps to all the steps down below in the description so you can jump around or come back to certain parts later on. Now, this is a step-by-step tutorial that is designed so that you can set up your AWeber account alongside watching this video. So the goal is that at the end of watching this video, you have set up your AWeber account and also your email marketing system. So let's get started. At the time of shooting this video, you can use AWeber for free as long as you stay below 500 contacts and below 3,000 emails per month. So the first step is to go down to the description of this video and click on the first link you find there, and that will take you to AWeber where you can get that free AWeber account. So do that now and we'll move on from there. Alright, so that first link in the video description will take you to this page right here where you can go ahead and get a free AWeber account. Now, as you see here with the free plan that they're offering, you pretty much get everything you need to start with email marketing. So you get email marketing, which just means email broadcasts, email newsletters. Then you get automations, you get landing pages, sign-up forms, integrations, and also customer support. And that's quite a lot if you compare it with other email marketing providers and their free plan. So I think that's pretty good. If you want to have a more detailed overview of what is included in each plan, you can just head over to the pricing tab right there, and then you see exactly what is included in each plan. So they have basically two plans, the Pro plan and the free plan. And like I said, a lot of the main features are already included in the free plan, and you can use it for free up to 500 subscribers. So I would definitely suggest you start with the free plan, and then once you have more than 500 subscribers, you can just upgrade to the Pro plan. And if you pay monthly, that will be $19 per month. So let's actually go ahead and get started with a free AWeber account. So to do that, we just click on Get AWeber Free right here. And then we just get started with typing in our first name and our last name right here, and also our email address. I usually sign up with a Gmail address and not really an address that is connected to my domain, because if at some point I switch domains or something, then I will not have access to that email address. So I really like to just sign up with a simple Gmail address and then add my kind of domain address, which is simon@maddoxmedia.com. I will add that later, I'm going to show you how to do to actually be able to send out emails from my branded email address. So just go ahead and click sign up right here. Okay, so now we have received an email from AWeber that we have to open and then confirm the email address that we have just used to sign up for AWeber. So go to your email inbox and then find that email that AWeber has just sent you. So this is what the email looks like that you'll be getting from AWeber to confirm your account. And all we have to do here is just click on the Get Started button right there, and that will take us back to AWeber where we have to decide on a password. So just once again, type in your email address here and then decide on a password and then click on Save Password. Alright, so now we're at the part where AWeber asks us to decide on a plan. And as we've seen before, AWeber has two plans. So they have the Pro plan right here, which starts at $16.15 per month if you go for the annual payment. And they have the free plan, which is basically free for up to 500 subscribers and up to 3,000 emails per month. If you want to go for the Pro plan, maybe because you have more than 500 subscribers that you want to import to AWeber, and then you can just choose the Pro plan and type in all your payment information right here. But probably most people watching this tutorial, the free plan will be more than enough. And everything I'm showing you inside of this tutorial will be doable with the free plan. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to go ahead and sign up for the free plan. And this way we also don't have to sign up with any credit card information. So I'm just going to go ahead and click continue right here and get started with the free plan. So now on the next step, we can just type in our company information right here. And they also ask us if we have a website. I'm just going to tell them, no, I don't have a website. And then you have to give them a physical address. That's because of the Can Spam Act. It's required by law that you have a physical address at the bottom of every email that you send out using a software like AWeber. And that's why you have to give them a physical address. I would recommend you just give them like your business address, or maybe you have a PO address that you can just type in here rather than your home address. And then you can also decide on a from name, so that what will be visible in the inbox when people receive your email, it will say this as the from name. So somebody will get an email from Maddox Media, the way I have set it up right here. And then once you've done that, just click on next. And here we're already setting up our email list, which is the place where your email contacts will be stored. So we have to give our list a name. I'm just going to name it Maddox Media Newsletter. And then we also can give our email list a description. This is what people will see when they click unsubscribe. So when they don't want to receive your emails anymore, at the bottom of every email, there will be an unsubscribe link. And when they click that link, they will see the description of that email. So you can just type in something like, this is a weekly newsletter of Maddox Media, or whatever applies to what you're going to use that email list for. Then once you've done that, click next. And now we have to approve our confirmation message. So when somebody signs up to your email list by maybe typing in their information in a landing page or registration form, they will receive an email requesting them to confirm their subscription to your email newsletter. And here you can decide on how this email will look like. So here you can decide on a subject line. So you can have it say, first name, confirm your subscription. So it would say, Simon, confirm your subscription. So I'll just choose this one. And then this is what the message currently looks like. And you can also edit this message. So if you click on edit message content right here, you can maybe just say something like, hey, and then personalize by choosing their maybe first name. And then it will say, hey, Simon, please click the button below, blah, blah, blah. And then the button text, confirm my subscription is fine. And then signature, thank you. And then I'm just gonna type in something like Simon and also Maddox Media. And that looks good to me. So I'm just gonna click on complete setup. Cool, so now we're inside our new AWeber account. And as you can see here, AWeber already wants to help us kind of adding our contacts. And don't worry, I'm gonna show you how to add contacts and all that kind of stuff in this tutorial. So you can click this away by just clicking on no, I'm getting just started and blah, 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 something else, doesn't really matter. Just so you get to your AWeber dashboard. So I'm just going to quickly walk you through the dashboard here, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it because it's really learning by doing, by kind of setting everything up. You will pretty quickly learn how to navigate through this software. So here on the top left, there's the kind of menu options where you'll navigate through AWeber. And when you log in, you will always see your dashboard. So here you have some quick links. If you want to add subscribers, you can create a new email right here. You can add integrations, and you will also see some stats of your latest growth of your email list and also of your latest emails, how well they're doing, how good the open rate was, how many people received the email, and so on. But that's not really important for this tutorial because we haven't actually sent out emails yet. So then on the next menu item here, the messages, this is where you actually can create new emails and new email campaigns. I'm going to show you exactly how to create a campaign, which is like an email series. We're going to create an email series for new people that will be joining our list. And then I'm also going to show you how to kind of do a broadcast message, which is like a newsletter. If you have like a new blog post or a new YouTube video that you want to share with your subscribers, you can create a new broadcast message. Here on subscribers, you'll see an overview of all your subscribers, and you can also kind of sort them by giving them different tags and putting them on different lists. Then you have the sign up forms, which is something I will show you how to build one and also how to integrate it with your website, which is an option for people to opt into your email newsletter. This is the way people get on your email list. And landing page is an alternative method to a sign-up form, which is like a standalone website that is just for the purpose of people opting into your email list. I'm also going to show you how to build kind of a good looking landing page inside of this tutorial. And then you have the reports, which will also be interesting once you have your email marketing going a bit, once you have sent out a couple of emails, once you have gained a couple of subscribers, and then you can really start seeing the different analytics, how your email marketing is growing and how your emails are doing. Kind of important metrics are open rates, click-through rates, and all that kind of stuff. But that's something you can look at once you are already kind of set up with email marketing and once you have already sent out a couple of emails. And then you can also have the list options right here where you can change the settings of your lists and tags and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so the first thing we're going to set up here is the email address that we want to send out emails from. So I signed up with maddoxmedia@gmail.com, which is not really an email address that you want to send out emails from. You optimally want to send out emails from your own domain. So that for me would be simon@maddoxmedia.com. So the way we set this up is we go to the top right here where it says your name's company, and then I'm going to click on my account. And then I'm going to click on domains and addresses on the left side here. And as you can see here, we have one email set up already right here, maddoxmedia@gmail.com. And the way I set up a new email address is I just type it in here. So let's say I want to send out emails from simon@maddoxmedia.com. And then all I have to do is just click on send verification. And then AWeber will send an email to my email inbox right here where I have to confirm that I actually own this email address. So let's just go ahead and confirm that message. So this is what the email looks like, and all we have to do is just click on verify email address right here, and then your email is now verified. Perfect. Let's click here and go back to our account, and let's actually see if this worked. So let's go back to the top right, click on my account, and go to domains and addresses on the left side, and then scroll down, and as we see here, we have set up our new email address that we can send out emails from. So this is a lot more professional right here, and you also have it's better for deliverability. Now, what you can even do to improve your deliverability is set up DKIM and SPF. Now, I don't want to get into what this exactly is. I'll leave an article below this video if you're interested in what this exactly is, but I would highly suggest you actually set this up. So to do this, just click on setup instructions right here, and then here's exactly what you have to do. So you basically have to go to your domain registrar, so the place where you have registered your domain, and then you have to set up this 3 CNAME records and 1 text record. I'm not going to show you how to do this because it really depends on what provider you have. Personally, I have Bluehost right here, and they don't let me do this myself. I actually have to contact support for them to add this right there. And I know other hosting providers, you can do it yourself. And just log into your registrar provider, go to the DNS settings of your domain, and then add a new CNAME record, like this 3 CNAME records, and the text record right here. And then it takes like up to 48 hours until it will be actually available. So once it will be available, you will see this in green. So DKIM and SPF will be green, and that will also increase your deliverability with your email, which means that your emails will be a lot more likely to actually go to the inbox and people will see your email instead of the spam folder. And that's really what you want. Okay, so this next part is for people that are switching from another email marketing provider and they already have an email list that they now want to import into AWeber. If you are just getting started with email marketing and you don't have any contacts yet, just skip ahead to the next part where I'm showing you how to create a registration form or a landing page. But if you actually are switching and you want to import your contacts to AWeber, just follow along right here. So to import your contacts, just go to the subscribers menu item on the top right here, and then click on Add Subscribers. And then you can either add them manually. So if you click on Add one at a time, you can just type in manually, which would probably take too much time. So I would highly recommend you just use the Import Multiple option here. So just click on Import Multiple. And then you have to kind of export your email addresses, your email list from your other provider so that you can import it into AWeber. So I would suggest you just export it as a CSV file. If you can't figure out how to do it with your other email marketing provider, just contact support and they will probably help you with exporting your email list. And once you have your file ready, just click on Click to Browse here. And then choose your exported file. I prepared here an example email list so I can show you how it works. And then it will upload the file to AWeber. And here we can decide if you want to only add the new addresses or also add addresses that are already on our AWeber account. It probably doesn't matter because you don't have any contacts on here already. But I would just only add them once, because if you have contacts multiple times, it doesn't really make sense and you have to pay for them twice. So I would just do it only add new. And then you have to kind of assign different informations about your subscribers to an attribute here in AWeber. So what I usually just import is the name and the email address, because everything else I don't really need. I don't need to have the location. I don't need to have the IP address and all that kind of stuff. I don't really care about it. But if you do, just go through there and then assign it to a tag or to an information column right here. So it already recognizes that the name belongs to the name right here and then the email belongs to email. And that's fine for me. So I'm just going to scroll down and then click on Next, Confirm Opt-in. And here it asks us if we want to kind of send everybody that we are importing now a new email asking them to confirm to be on our email list. And I would highly recommend to not do this, because they don't really care if you're switching from another provider to AWeber. And a lot of them probably won't re-opt in to your email list and you will lose a lot of subscribers. So just click on No, they don't need to confirm to join my list, and click on Next here. And then if you want to, you can also give them a tag. This is kind of how you can keep track of your interest of your subscribers. So you could say something like, everybody that I'm importing right now will get the tag imported. Let's say imported from MailChimp, something like that, so that you know that these are the subscribers that you imported. But this is optional. You don't need to do this. Now click on Next. And then you have to tell them how they joined your list, because they want to kind of make sure that you're legit and you're not trying to kind of send spam to just random people. So just however you gotten those subscribers, just click on maybe they signed up on my website, then just type in your website right here. So let's say medicsmedia.com, and let us know if you're importing this website from another provider, and then you can say yes, probably, and let's say we import them from MailChimp. Then click Submit your import, and then the import is processing. So you won't be able to access your contacts immediately, so you won't be able to send an email to them immediately. They have to kind of confirm that everything is legit here. And it probably takes like 1 or 2 hours until they have confirmed this, and then you will be able to have access to your subscribers. So then when you want to check if the import of your email list actually worked, you can head back to the subscribers menu right there, and then you should see all of your contacts once they're actually processed. Again, it might take a couple of hours until they have processed all of your contacts, depending on how big your list actually is. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a way for people to sign up to our email list, to sign up to our email newsletter. And there's two main ways you can do this. You can either create a sign-up form or registration form, whatever you want to call it, or you can create a landing page. So if you have a website, a blog or something, you probably want to go with the sign up form option, because then you can put it anywhere on your website. You can put it on your sidebar, on your footer, you can put it inside of your blog post. And if you don't have a website, you might want to look into creating a landing page, because then you have a standalone kind of one-page website that is just for people to sign up, to opt in to your email marketing. So you can like give away something on your landing page, and that way you can just send traffic to it and grow your email list that way. So I'm going to show you how to do both. I'm going to first show you how to create a simple registration form that you can put on your website. I'm also going to show you how to put it on your website, and then I'm going to show you how to create a landing page. So let's go ahead and start by creating a sign up form. So to do that, just click on sign up form right here on the top. And there's already kind of a form right here. You can take a look at that and see if that already works for you, but I'm going to show you how to create a form basically from scratch. So we're going to click on create a sign up form on the top right here. And then this is kind of the registration form builder of AWeber. I don't think it's very intuitive, and I think they could have done a better job with kind of designing their forms a little bit nicer, but I'm going to show you how to kind of get a solid form working for your website. So what I like to do is I like to start with a just a template from the template gallery they have right here, and then work from there. So what I'm going to choose for this tutorial is this sale template right here. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to choose this gray, green, white color scheme. And this is how it will look like for the start. So I'm going to click on load template, and then it loads this template here on the builder. I don't need this template gallery anymore for now, so I'm just going to click on hide template gallery. And now we're left with this kind of basic registration form that we can now adjust. So the first thing we have to decide is what kind of registration form this is going to be. So there are 4 different types. And you see here right now, this drop-down menu is set to form type, and right now it is set to inline form. So an inline form is, like I said, just a simple form that you can basically put anywhere on your website, which is what most people actually use. You also have you can also choose like the pop-up form, the lightbox form, or the pop over, the lightbox, or the pop-up. So pop over is just something that will be always visible on your website, no matter what page you are on. And I find it kind of disturbing sometimes when you visit websites that have this. So you can try it out and see if it works on your website or if it looks still fine for a visitor. The lightbox is pretty much the same thing, but it will darken the background of the content. So you really push people to that registration form. And then the pop-up form, then the form will kind of appear in a new browser window. And as you can see here, many kind of browsers block this automatically. So I wouldn't recommend to go with the pop-up here with AWeber. So what I'm going to do is just create a simple inline form, which is something that most people use anyway. Okay, so we have decided on the form type. Now here you see an overview of the different elements. And you can activate and disable different elements. So for example, I don't need a footer, so I'm just going to click on this, and then it will deactivate the footer for this form. The same thing with the privacy. You see here, we respect your email privacy. If you want that on your form, you can just leave it. I'm just going to turn it off by clicking on privacy. The same thing with the powered by. I don't need the AWeber branding on the bottom of my registration form, so I'm going to disable this as well. And now we're kind of left with this clean form right here. So I'm going to start by adjusting the header. So to adjust it, I just usually click on it right here, and then you can adjust pretty much everything in this section. So I click on the header section right there, and that's where I'm going to insert the text. So for this registration form, I'm going to tell people that I'm giving them a lead magnet. That's what it's called in email marketing terms. So we give something away for free in exchange for their email address, because then people are much more likely to sign up to your email list when they get something for free in return. Most people don't just sign up randomly for email lists, because I mean, you get a lot of spam as it is. So what I'm going to say here is I'm going to put the title, get my YouTube SEO checklist for free. So I'm going to put that in here. And then I'm gonna make this white, so I'm gonna highlight it here and change the color, make this white, and I'm gonna change the font to Verdana. I'm gonna also change the font size to let's try 18, maybe a bit bigger. Let's try 24, make it bold, and also kind of center it right there. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm gonna click Save Field. And you can leave it like this, or you can add another text block. So I want to add some more text to tell people to enter their email address so I can send them my YouTube checklist. So it's really clear. So what I'm going to do is click on this Add Text button on the top here, and then it will add a new text field. So here I'm gonna put in, please enter your email address below to get instant access to this checklist. Now again, I need to kind of edit this to Verdana, maybe make this 18, make it white as well, and also center it right there. And now it's kind of here on the bottom, so I want to drag this to the top. So I'm gonna just drag it up here, and that looks good to me. So that's the way I'm gonna leave it. Now, when you click on this name field right here, you can change it to first and last name. So if you want to capture the first name and the last name, I usually just go for name. And then you can decide if you want to make it required or not. So if you want people to be able to also just sign up just with an email address without giving you their name, you can disable this right here, but I just usually just make it required. Save field, and email is fine. Now, if you want to ask for more things than just name and email, you can go to the left side right here, click on US address, and then you see some more options. So if you want to have the address as well, you can activate these, but most people probably not do this. So let's just remove this again, remove fields. And you can also add a custom field. So if you click on create new custom field, you can maybe ask them for if you want to capture like their website, if you if for some reason need their website, you can click already exists, your website. Let's name it to your website. You can change the name here, and then whatever they type in here will be saved also in your email list for the subscriber that signs up right here. But like again, for most people, name and email will be what they want to ask for. Now the button, I'm also going to change this. So I'm going to click on the button. I'm going to change this to send it now, because I'm sending them this free checklist, this PDF document, and that's it basically. That's the form that I want to create. Now let's move on to step 2. So I'm going to click on go to step 2 on the bottom right, and then we can name our form right here. So what I'm going to name it, I'm going to name it YouTube checklist, because that's what I'm giving away here. That's my lead magnet. And then the thank you page. So when people type in their information, they will get to a thank you page. And with AWeber, they have a couple of different options. They have the basic version, which is just basically this one right here, where they will be sent to where it says, you're almost done, activate your subscription. And it basically tells them to go to their email inbox and then activate their subscription. And the email they will be getting looks like this, which maybe you remember is the one that we have edited when we created our AWeber account. So all they have to do then is click on confirm my subscription, and then they will be signed up to your email list. So I'm going to leave it like this, and I'm also going to click on open this in a new window, because if you don't, then it will just they will kind of leave your website and just go to this right here, and that's not really what I want. I want people to be able to continue reading kind of the blog post. That's why I just want this to open in a new window. What you can also do is just send them to a custom page. So if you have a custom thank you page, you can also do that by clicking here and then enter the URL you want to send them to. So maybe to a video or another blog post, or whatever makes sense to you. Now, already subscribed page. So if somebody already subscribed, they also will get a message saying that they're already subscribed. Cool. Now let's go to step 3. And then it says we have to save our form. So click save your form before we can publish it. And now we're here on the last step. So this is the part where I show you how to actually put that form on your website. And what we'll do is we're going to click on I will install my form right here. And then you get this, this JavaScript snippet code. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on this code right here, right click and then click copy. And that will just copy this Java code right here. And then I'm going to go to my WordPress website. So here is an example WordPress website. And let's say I want to put this form on the sidebar of my website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Appearance, and then I'm going to go to Customize. And then I'm going to choose Widgets. And then here you have the sidebar. So I click on Sidebar, and then I go to Add Widget and click Custom HTML. And this field right here where it says Content is where you need to paste that code that we have just copied. So this code right here that we have copied, we just paste it in this field. So click, I just click Command V, it will paste it, click Done. And then to activate it, just go to the top here and click on Publish. And now when we go back, we can actually check if this worked. So let's go to Visit Site. And then on the right side, you see this, registration form right here. You can also kind of see if it works by just typing in something right here. So let's say I'm going to type in a random email address. Let's say Simon blah 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 @gmail.com, and then click Send It Now. And as you see here, now it will open a new tab where it says you're almost done, activate your subscription, but at the same time they will stay on the website. So they can still kind of continue reading on the website what they were looking for. And that's basically how you can put it on the sidebar. The same thing with the footer, just instead of inserting it in the sidebar widget, you can insert it in the footer widget. And I'm going to show you how to insert it in a blog post. So let's go to Post, All Posts. And then click on this one right here, which is an example blog post. And let's say here in this blog post, I talk about YouTube SEO, and then I give away this YouTube checklist, and I want to insert this registration form right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to type in a placeholder. So I'm going to type in 999 kind of as a placeholder. This is the place where I want that form to appear in the blog post. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the top right in the 3 dots. I'm going to change to Code Editor right here. And then I'm going to look for that placeholder. I'm going to look for that 999 that I've entered. And here it is, 999. And here, the same thing as before, I'm just going to paste this code right here. I'm just going to copy again. And then I'm going to paste it and replace that placeholder, 999. Click Paste, and that will insert that code into our blog post. Then click Update on the top right. And once it's updated, let's preview this. So click Preview, Preview in a new tab. And as you see here, this registration form is now inside of our blog post as well as on the sidebar. So that's basically how you insert your registration forms on your website. And once you've put your registration form on your website, make sure you just try it out. So just type in a name and an email address right here. It can be your own email address. And then once you've done it, go back to your subscribers right there on AWeber and see if this new contact actually appears inside of your contact. So this is the contact that I've just inserted before in this registration form. And as you see, not right now, because I haven't actually confirmed this on the confirmation email right here, it's pending right now. And once a new subscriber has actually clicked on this button, on this confirm my subscription button, this pending icon will turn to the subscribed icon. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to create a landing page inside of AWeber. So to do that, we just go to the top menu and click on landing pages. And then we'll create a new landing page by clicking on create a landing page on the top right. And then we get to the page where we can decide to either start from scratch by choosing this one right here, or we can choose already existing template. They have some different templates for different kind of landing pages. So just go through there and maybe you find a template that already looks like something that works very well for what you want to build for your business. So they have some different stuff like coaching and consulting theme landing pages, or maybe like a book promotion landing page. And for this tutorial, I'm going to choose this personal promotion template because I think that's kind of basic and it works for a lot of different industries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a lead magnet landing page where you can give away something for free in exchange for an email address. So I'm going to choose this template right there to get started, and that will take us into the landing page builder of AWeber. So this is the basic layout from our template that we have just chosen. And if you want to change something here, all you have to do is just click on the element, and then on the right side you will see a menu. Let me just drag myself a bit to the left here so you see everything. And then you can change everything here on the right. If you want to add some new elements that aren't already in the canvas, you just go to the left side and drag in whatever you want to add. So you can drag in an image right here, or you can also drag in a button right there, or whatever you see here on the left side. So let's actually get started and customize this landing page to what we want it to look eventually. So if you want to have a logo on the top, you can just replace this one, or if you don't want it, just delete it by clicking here. I will import my logo, so just see how it looks like. So I'm going to click on the logo, and then on the left side, click on upload an image. And then I'm going to choose this logo right here. And I'm going to make it a bit smaller like this. And there we go. Now we have our logo in there. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the image to the cover of my lead magnet. So I'm going to click on it. Then on the right side, there will be the menu. I'm going to click on upload an image. And then I'm going to choose the cover of my lead magnet. Open this, and now it will insert this cover. So what I want to do now is I want to change the size of this cover. So I'm going to go to the right side and untick this auto width button right there. And then we have the sizing option available here, this arrow that you see. So here you can try to make this smaller or bigger. But as you see, it kind of snaps back into position. So to fix that, you can just drag out the ratio of this column to this column by just dragging it in the middle like this. So when you drag it out, you can make it a bit smaller. So I think the size is pretty fine the way it looks right now. But what I want to do now is I want to have like kind of a gap in between this section here and this image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the row right here, and that will open up the row settings. So as you see, I have row number 1 and row number 2. So the row number 1 is this left row right here. And what I want to do is I want to make kind of a margin here on the right side. So I'm going to go down to spacing, going to click on this, and then on margin, and I'm going to tick individual sides. And then I'm going to adjust this right padding right there. So I'm going to just increase this to, let's say, 25 pixels. And that will give me 25 pixels of gap in between those two elements. Okay, this looks good to me. Now I'm going to change the heading right here. So just click on it and then change it to whatever you want it to be. So I'm just going to name it Get My SEO, YouTube SEO Checklist for Free. And then I'm also going to change the text on the bottom right here to something more relevant for what I'm giving away. So like this. Cool. Now, next thing, let's actually change the button right here. So I'm going to click on the button. I'm going to change the text to send it now, because I want to know people that if they type in the email right here, I will send them this lead magnet that I'm advertising here basically. This looks fine. Let's also change the color. So I go to color on the right side. I'm going to make this, let's say, green. And the hover color, which is the color that you see when you hover over the button, I'm going to make this like a lighter green. So now when you hover over it, it will be a bit lighter than when you're not hovering over it with your mouse. Then I'm also going to change the shape. So now it's kind of with those sharp edges, and I want to make it a bit more round because I think it looks more modern. So you can also do that by clicking on the button, and then on the right side you have these options here. So I'm just going to click on this one, and that makes it a bit more round here. Cool. So now let's move on to this part. So here, obviously, in the template, you have the social media icons where you can click on it, and then on the right side, you can kind of enter your Facebook links or your Twitter handle and everything here. I'm just going to delete this because I don't really want that on my landing page. So I'm going to delete it. And now next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the background of my landing page. So the way I do that is by just going out of the menu of the element by going to the cross right here on the top, and that brings me to the page properties. And here you see the basic design options. Here is where you can change the basic font. So let's say I want to change the font of my title right here. I would have to go to header font right there, and then I can change it to, let's say, make it Arial Black to make it a bit more bold. And you can also change like the font size and everything. Let's, for example, change the body font to, let's say, 20. Actually, that's a bit too large. Let's keep it at 16, like this. And then I go to the background right here on the bottom, and I'm going to choose a file. So I'm going to insert an image as a background. I'm going to choose this texture file right here that I've downloaded from Google. I'll insert it, and now I think it's a bit too saturated in the background. So I'm going to decrease the opacity here to, let's say, 30%. And I want to make it a bit darker, so I'm going to choose the background color. I'm going to make this black. So now this whole form here pops a little bit better, and also the logo pops a bit more than with that gray background. Cool. So now the form is pretty much done, or the landing page is pretty much done. What we can also take a look at is the form itself. So when you click on the form, you get to the form options here on the right side. So you can for example, right now, only the email is required. So if people only type in the email address and click on the button, it will still go through. If you want them to have to type in a name in order for it to work, you have to make it required. So you can click on edit on the top right where it says name, click on edit, and then click on required right here, and you'll see this asterisk symbol right there. Now you can also add more fields if you want to. So if you want to ask for more information, you can create custom fields. So if you click on this one right here, on this custom fields, let's open this in a new tab, then you can create new custom fields. So I've created like a custom field called website right here. So now I could choose a new form field called website. So I could choose website right here, and then it would insert this as well, and people could give me like their website if there's something that's like relevant for my business. But most people will probably just ask for the name and the email. And then the next thing is what happens when people actually type in their information, where do they go? And that's what we have to set when we click on submission on the top right. So normally when somebody types in their information in a landing page, they will go to the so-called thank you page. And with AWeber, they have like a standard default thank you page, which looks like this. So this is what they will see when they type in their information. It basically says that they have to go to their email inbox and confirm their subscription to your email list. What I'm going to do this now for this tutorial, but what I would actually recommend you do is you create a separate thank you page specifically for your business. So you can design it really well. And the way you do it is by just creating another landing page. So if you go back to your AWeber account and create a new landing page, you see they have a template right here, this thank you page template. So you could just choose this template, create your landing page, and then you could right here, you could choose custom URL, and then just put in the URL of that thank you page right here, and then it would look a bit nicer than just this default thank you page of AWeber. But for the sake of the tutorial, I'm just going to keep it simple and choose this simple thank you page right here, and also the simple already subscribed page, which shows up when somebody already typed in this email. So they're already subscribed. You can also give them tags. So let's say I want to give everybody that signs up through this landing page a tag called YouTube checklist landing page. So I know everybody that has this tag came through this landing page. All right, so that's it for the design. Now let's go back to the page properties. So if you go to the cross on the top right, you can go back to the properties. And then what we haven't looked at yet is the settings. So if you click on settings, you see here that there are the landing page URL settings. And right now, if you were to publish this landing page, this would be the URL, which, as you can see, doesn't look very nice. So what you want to do is you want to create a custom URL or a custom domain for this landing page. So for me, it would be something like something combined with maddoxmedia.com. So what I would suggest to do is you create a subdomain like something like free.maddoxmedia.com or content.maddoxmedia.com, where you can then host your landing page. And I'm going to show you how to set this up. So the way you do this is by going to customize subdomain. I would open this in a new tab right here, and that takes you to your account settings. So you could also go to this one right here, go to account, click on domains and addresses, and that's how you get there. And then when you scroll down, you see the option to connect your own domain. And as you see, I have already connected 2 subdomains to kind of show you how it works, because it does take some time until it's actually set up. But you probably don't see anything right here because you haven't set this up for yourself. So the way you do this is by clicking on connect domain, and then you have to decide on your domain or on your subdomain. So let's say I want to host it on my domain, so maddoxmedia.com. Now, if I just type in maddoxmedia.com, then the entire domain will be just a landing page. So if this is like your main website, you don't want to mess it up by directing the landing page to your home domain. So what you want to do is create a subdomain. So you can do something like free.maddoxmedia.com, and that's called a subdomain. So just type in whatever applies to you, so whatever your domain is, and then click on Next, DNS Settings. And here's kind of the instruction of what we have to do to connect our domain with AWeber. So what we have to do is go to the DNS settings of our hosting provider, of our registrar of the domain, and then we have to add a so-called CNAME record. So I'm going to show you how to do this in Bluehost, because that's my registrar provider. All you have to do is to go log in to your registrar account. In my case, this would be Bluehost. Then I go to my domains and choose the domain that is relevant here. So that would be Maddox Media. Go to Manage, and then go to the DNS settings right here. And here I can add some different records. So as you see here, when you scroll down, you get to the CNAME records. And here's where I have to add a new record. So I click on Add Record right here. And then I just have to paste the information that they give me here. So the host name, as you can see here, would be free. And I just click on it, and then it will automatically copy in my clipboard. Then I paste it in this field right here, and then points to this address. So click on it to copy it to your clipboard, go back to your hosting provider, and then points to hostedcontent.aweber.com. Total time, you can just leave it as default, and then click on Save. And then it should be able to save it, and it does take a couple of hours until it's actually propagated and works. So it takes up to 48 hours depending on your provider. And for me, it just took like a couple of hours, like 3 to 4 hours or something. So once it's done, go back to your AWeber account, click Done, and then you will see this one on the bottom added. And once in a while, you can just click on refresh, like every hour or so, to check if it's already connected. But again, it takes a couple of hours. Now, when you've done that, you can go back to your landing page your landing page that you've built right here. And then you can choose custom domain, and then you can choose the domain right here that you have set up. In my case, I've set up some subdomains before, so I can show you how it works. So I would, let's say, use this one, freebie.maddoxmedia.com, and then I can also adjust a path after this URL. So let's say this would be, let's say, checklist. So then it says freebie.maddoxmedia.com/checklist, and that's the final URL. That's pretty much it for the landing page. Now what we can do is click on preview on the top right if you want to see how it actually looks like. Looks pretty good to me, so let's go back to the editor. And one thing I forgot actually is to give it a name. So on the top right, we can give it a name. So let's name this one YouTube checklist. And now I'm going to go to the bottom right and click save and exit. And as you see now, it's added to your landing pages. All we have to do now is click on publish on the right side, and then it will make this landing page live and people can actually visit it. So here you can see the link of the landing page. So you can open this in a new tab. And as you see here, this is your landing page. And again, you can test it out by just typing in a name and an email address right here. And as you see, this is our subdomain on the top and also secured with SSL. Okay, so now that we have created a way for people to sign up to our email list, be it with a registration form on your website or with a landing page, what we want to do next is we want to create an automated email that will be sent out immediately when somebody actually subscribes to our email list. So whenever somebody types in their name and email, clicks on the button, confirms their subscription in the confirmation email, then we want to trigger an automation that will be automatically sent them a welcome series or just a welcome email. That's what I'm going to show you how to do now. So we click on messages on the top left, and then we go to campaigns. And then we start a new campaign by going to the top right, clicking on campaign, create a campaign. And here you can either choose from a template, an automation template that they already give you for a welcome series, a lead magnet series. But for the sake of this tutorial, I want to kind of take you through the entire process of how to set up an automation. So we're going to do everything from scratch. So I'm going to click on create a blank campaign, and then we have to give it a name. I'm just going to name it welcome series for people interested in YouTube. So I'm going to name it YouTube as well, because that's really what I geared my landing page towards. I'm going to name it like this. And then they ask us what will trigger this email, what will trigger this email automation. So either it's when somebody gets to your list, which is this one right here, or when a specific tag is applied. So eventually what you can do is you can send out emails, and depending on the behavior of your subscribers, you can apply tags to them. And then maybe when somebody clicks on a specific link to a specific product, maybe you want to give them a tag and then fire or trigger a new email automation. So this is what you can do as well. But for the welcome series, this one works good with this start a campaign when someone is added to your list. So we're going to choose this one right here. And here is where you can build out your email automation. So this is the canvas right there. And the first block here, block number 1, is the trigger. So now it triggers when we get new subscribers on our email list. What we can do now, for example, is we can drag in a tag. So the first thing, what happens when somebody is inside of the welcome email series is we give them a tag called welcome series, so that I know I can filter my contacts with this tag, and I know everybody that is inside of that welcome series, and I don't disturb them as long as they don't get out of this welcome series. And then at the end, I'm going to remove this tag again. So now they get a tag, which is the second block. And what I want to do now is send them an email. So I'm going to drag an email in to the bottom here. And this will be my first email to them. So my welcome email. So what we can do here is either create a message right here, or we can choose a message. As we don't have created any messages yet, we're going to click on create a message. Or actually, we could choose a message from the templates. So you could either build one from scratch from here, or you can click choose message, and they already give you a couple of templates. And in this situation right now, when it's a welcome email where I give away a lead magnet, maybe we find something that fits well. So let's check out your freebie is inside. That looks pretty good. So they already kind of pre-write the email for you, so you can maybe take this as a template and then change it to whatever you want it to look like. So I want to click on select right here. Let's choose this one, and then let's change it by clicking on this email title. And that will take us inside of our email editor. And the same way with the same kind of like our landing page, we can just drag in different elements from the left side. So we can drag in an image right here. We can drag in a signature, logo, whatever. But we're going to keep it simple right here and just adjust whatever is already in here. I'm not going to put in my logo right here. I kind of want to make it look like a genuine email just with text. So I'm just going to delete this right here. And don't worry, when you see those drop element here boxes on the top, they won't be visible when you finish your email and you don't have anything in here. So if you click on preview, you see that it starts here where the text starts. And what you see here is actually a personalization option. So this one will say hi Simon or hi Mark, whatever people type in the name field in your registration form. And you can do this by going to the personalize option here, subscribers info, and then click full name, and then it inserts the name right here. And in this case here, it will be the first name, but I believe we ask for the entire name, so I'm just going to change this to subscribers info, full name. You can go through this email and see if everything kind of works for you. Let's say, as promised, here is your YouTube SEO checklist. So this is actually exactly what I'm giving away, because that's kind of the name of my landing page. And I'm just going to want to change a couple of these characters. And then what I usually do is I upload my lead magnet to a Dropbox or a Google Drive folder, and then I change this text here to a link to that Dropbox folder. So I highlight it, go to this link icon on the top, and then I just put the link here to my Dropbox folder. So just type in whatever the folder is. Make sure the link is correct so that they actually get what they requested. And then obviously everything that's kind of bold and italic right here, you want to change. So here, okay, so you could also just change the entire text right here. You get how it works. And what's also cool is this link right here actually goes to a instruction how they can whitelist your email address, which helps your emails getting in the actual inbox. So when you check out what they have put here in this link, let's go to preview, click on this link right here, and then it opens up a page from AWeber where they see how they can put your email address, your email contact in the contacts, and that will help your future emails go to their actual inbox, which is what you want because you want your subscribers to see your emails. So you can leave that in if you want to, or you can just take it out. And here you can also insert an image. So let's say we want to put in an image, click on it, go to upload image on the right side. Let's just take an image of me right here. And then obviously change the name as well. So let's say Simon. And here we can say Medics Media. So this is how you craft your email. And then once it's done, what you can do is click on preview and test on the top right. And then what I usually do is I type in one of my email addresses right here, and then I click send test message. And then you see exactly what this email looks like inside of your email provider. So in Gmail, for example, and I usually just do this and check if there are any mistakes or if it actually gets to the inbox. And if it lands in the spam folder or something, I just check if I have any trigger words in there like free or offer or something, which trigger the spam alert for different providers. And that's what you really want to avoid. So let's go back to the editor. And also here on the top, your freebie is inside. This would be the subject line. So this is what people will see in the inbox. I just usually put like something like welcome. Here's your checklist or your YouTube checklist, which is the lead magnet. And I don't put something like free checklist because again, that will trigger the spam kind of algorithm for Gmail and those other providers, and then the email goes into spam. And that's what we want to avoid. And then click Save and Exit on the bottom right. And now we have created the email that will be automatically sent out once somebody goes to our list. What I can do now is kind of build this out to an entire email series. So let's say after this first email, we want to have a wait of 2 days. So I'm going to drag in a wait block right here, and I'm going to adjust this one to 2 days. And after those 2 days, I want to send them another email. So I'm going to drag in another message right here and create the message, and then maybe tell a bit more about the story of the business or give some more tips. And eventually, maybe in the 5th or 6th email, I promote something to them, like a product that I'm offering. So you can automate the entire kind of business journey or the entire kind of sales process within this email automation. You can also like offer a course, so you can each day send them a part of your course here. You can pretty much build whatever you want. And what I usually do at the end of a welcome series is I go and drag in the apply tag again, and then I type in remove these tags from subscribers, and then I remove the tag that I've given them in the beginning. So I'm going to remove the welcome series tag, because now they are not in the welcome series anymore. So now when you're done building your automation sequence right here, just go to the bottom right, click Save and Exit, and then it will put that welcome series inside of your campaign list. And then you can click on the draft right here and click on Activate Campaign. And now it's active, and whenever somebody signs up to our email list, this campaign will be automatically triggered. Okay, so we're almost at the end of this tutorial, but there's one more thing I want to show you before I'll let you go here, and that is how to create email newsletters. So one-time emails that you can use to inform your audience about anything that you have going on. So if you have a new blog post or you have a discount going on for your shop, then you can use email broadcasts to let your audience know about what's going on. So in AWeber, that's called broadcasts. So we go to messages on the top here and click on broadcasts. And then what I would suggest you use is the drag and drop email builder, which is the easiest one to use in my opinion. Click on that, and that will open up the email builder that we've already seen before with our automation sequence that we have built. So here you can again click on any element right there and then change everything right here. You can upload an image. You can also delete the entire section if you don't want to have an image on the top here. The text, obviously, you want to make it your content, blah, blah, blah. And also, if you want to insert links, you can just highlight the section that should be a link and then click on the link icon right here and then insert your link right there. And then it will kind of become a hyperlink. For the design, you can just drag in any images that you want to add right here, or videos as well, buttons. You can also have like coupons and stuff. So just play around with it a bit and then craft the email that you want to send out to your subscribers. To be honest, I usually just use text because it's more kind of an email type, and it's also when you use too many images and graphics, then it kind of hurts your deliverability rate. So a lot of providers like Gmail, they will kind of put your email in the spam box because a lot of spam emails, they have a lot of images in there. So I try to not put in too many images inside of my emails. So let's say your email is finished. Make sure you give it a good subject line on the top here. So you want to make it something that people will actually want to click on. So something like we have big news or something like that. So kind of a clickbaity title. And you can also always personalize this. So you can click on personalize and say their full name. So we have big news, Simon, for example. And then always preview. So preview and test on the top right and send it to your own email right here. and then check if everything worked, if it actually went to the inbox. So click send test message and then check if that works. You can also check out the mobile version, how it looks on the mobile phone before you actually send it out. Once you're done, go to the bottom right, click on save and exit. And here you can schedule your email. So just choose this one that we have just created, click on schedule, and here we get to the broadcast settings. So you could also share this with Facebook and Twitter, and here you see who should receive this message. You see exactly what email list will receive this exact message, and then you can either send it out immediately, which is the default way, or if you click edit right here, you can also schedule it. So I could just send it tomorrow at, let's say, 10 a.m. and then click apply, and then it's scheduled for tomorrow 10 a.m. I have those ticked as well, except for email me when quick starts are available. So it also tracks the clicks in the message, and then you just click on schedule message or send immediately, and then you're basically done. Your email will be sent out once where you've scheduled it, or will be sent out immediately if that's what you went for. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and it actually helped you getting started with AWeber. If it did, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up, and if you want to be extra helpful, you can also leave me a comment down below in the comment section. If you want to see more tutorials like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also hit that notification bell next to the subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. With that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.